this week, the left, the media, but I repeat myself, they have been totally fixated on turning this violent protester, an agitator, into a martyr. I mean, it's been endless, right? Every place you look, tons of sympathy, excuses. They won't tell you anything about, him spitting on the cops or kicking out the taillight. They don't think it's relevant. They don't want to accept that he was anything other than a dear, caring VA nurse. So we decided we were going to end the week by honoring the people who actually do deserve it. The true honorable people and victims of people like the illegal that Alex Preddy was trying to protect, that Renee Good was trying to protect. They were in the business as agitators of trying to spare from law enforcement child molesters, murderers, rapists, DWI drivers who happen to be here illegally. Those are their cherished victims. They don't care about the true victims or they wouldn't be doing this. Eva Longoria, all these celebrities, Ethan Hawke, Mark Ruffalo, Olivia Wilde, no tears at all, not a one, for the Americans who have been killed by these illegals over the past years. These are deaths that never should have happened. These people never should have been here. These are the victims that the national media ignores and these celebrities ignore. They're much more worried about the illegals who are murdering Americans than they are about the victims themselves. You're not going to see protest signs or viral songs in their honor, are you, Bruce? But their families are completely shattered. You're going to see this. It's a short tribute to the victims. And you're going to see one parent say, we don't get to celebrate Christmas with our child. We plant a Christmas tree on his grave. And the line he says is, that's permanent separation. It's so well said. Think about it. Like we're told, they're separating families. Like the children are American citizens. They stay here. The father gets shipped back to Venezuela. The permanent separation. That father can be with his daughter or his American son in a second, his anchor baby, by bringing them back to Venezuela. These families don't have that luxury. There's no place they can go to get their child or spouse or parent back because their lives were cut short by so many of these lawbreakers who had no right to be here in the first place. And when they got here, same as when they came here, completely disregarded our laws and the safety of the Americans who allowed them, wittingly or not, to call this place their home. Here are just some of those who have lost their lives, the victims of America's immigration crisis, and the voices of the families forced to live with the consequences.
They were killed by criminal illegal aliens. These are the families the media ignores. They don't talk about them. No major network sent cameras to their homes or display the images of their incredible loved ones across the nightly news. They don't do that. They don't talk about the death and destruction caused by people that shouldn't be here. Your loved ones have not died in vain.
Aiden Torres de Paz was playing soccer outside his home when his family says his ball rolled into the street. As he ran after it, officers say 44-year-old Hector Balderas Amador hit him and then took off.
Two high school sweethearts killed on the 405 by a drunk driver.
He was also deported twice before this deadly crash.
We didn't deserve it, and nobody does. I cared very deeply for these people that want to have a better life. I really do. But I have no sympathy for the driver that hit me. And my family, I don't. I'm angry. And he shouldn't have been here in the first place.
This is devastating, absolutely tragic. Fletcher was one of the guys on the team that really made it a team. You know, his personality, his selflessness, his character, incredible individual.
She was loved. Even in that moment, she may have looked by herself, but there is a family who mourns her loss.
My initial thoughts were, how am I going to tell my mom? This was the second child that I was going to have to tell her that had been killed.
Grayson was a beautiful soul. I'm begging that someone watching understands that this cannot continue.
We wasn't ready. She's 7. If he wasn't out drinking and driving, she would be with us right now.
There was over 300 detention beds that they should have been at because they were detained and they were released when they shouldn't have been released. I just really, really, really want everybody to please take into consideration how important border control is, because we're losing very innocent people.
The sheriff directed his deputies to break federal law and not cooperate. Because of that, the 7-time convicted felon is allowed out on the streets, and it killed my sister.
You don't hear these stories, and some of our media won't talk to you about it. But this is permanent separation. Grant went to count the change and wasn't counting fast enough. The man went ahead and executed him and shot him point blank in the face. For his birthday, I go to his grave. For Christmas, we set up a Christmas tree on Grant's grave.
The public needs to know, and they deserve to know, that this could happen to each one of you at any given second. You hug your child, you send them off, no matter what age they are. And then you get that ugly phone call that will forever change your life. He was 30 years old. I couldn't protect him because an illegal alien from Guatemala with 2 felonies, 1 deportation, 2 DUIs. He was protected. Riverside, California, sanctuary. So remember when you go home and hug your kids, that there are many of us, thousands of us, who don't get to do that anymore.
My daughter, Sarah Root, was killed within 24 hours after graduating. Sarah's never coming home. I never get to take a selfie with her again. I have no more pictures of her.
My son, Sergeant Brandon Mendoza, was killed on May 12, 2014, on his way home from work. They could fill this stage up every day for the next 5 months of victims of illegal alien crime, and it would just keep going.
If we had stricter border policies, my daughter would be alive today. Nothing will bring my daughter back, nor the pain, nor fix the pain. I'm not having her here, but I want to prevent this from happening to someone else's child. This is about protecting everyone here in the United States.
My daughter suffered so terribly in a very brutal and violent way. And these type of immigrants should not be in our country. I realize some of you are disinterested in this because you just think it's a partisan thing. But these are American people. These are American families.
There's no amount of change that will ever bring back our precious Lagan. Our hope moving forward is that her life saves lives. We're so thankful that her passion for helping others and her legacy for doing good in the name of Jesus Christ will carry on.